Dear students, today we are going to study about the carbon compound, carbon monoxide, which is a colorless, odorless, and poisonous gas, slightly soluble in water. Just like carbon dioxide, it is also colorless, but it is poisonous. How to prepare this carbon monoxide? Preparation may be direct combustion with carbon, but with a limited supply of air. When carbon is burnt with air, it may become carbon monoxide. To balance the equation, 2 oxygen, therefore 2. Limited supply of air. So when the oxygen supply is limited, you may get carbon monoxide. It may also be produced by heating, by passing air into carbon. Air has got nitrogen and oxygen. So it burns with oxygen. Along with that, nitrogen is also formed. Carbon monoxide along with that nitrogen. It is said to be producer gas. From producer gas, we can get pure carbon monoxide when it is passed over, say, cuprous chloride, CuCl. Usually it exists as dimer Cu2Cl2. Nothing wrong in mentioning CuCl as the valency of copper 1, chlorine 1, copper first chloride or cuprous chloride we can say. It forms CuCl, CO. CO is added with cuprous chloride and 2 molecules of water is water of hydration. So carbon monoxide is absorbed by cuprous chloride. When it is passed under reduced pressure, at a pressure carbon monoxide is getting into cuprous chloride. When we reduce the pressure, the carbon monoxide escapes. That carbon monoxide is found to be pure carbon monoxide. This is how we can get carbon monoxide, by making carbon to react in air, heating in air. Producer gas. Producer gas is passed into cuprous oxide. Carbon monoxide is absorbed. When we reduce the pressure, the absorbed carbon monoxide will come out. Then third reaction is used to get pure carbon monoxide. When formic acid is treated with concentrated sulfuric acid. We know that concentrated sulfuric acid is a best dehydrating agent. Even when we add concentrated sulfuric acid into sugar, it will take up all the moisture. C12, H22, O11 is sugar. It absorbs all the 11 water molecules and it will be left with C12. So it can take up moisture. So moisture is absorbed by concentrated sulfuric acid and leaving behind pure carbon monoxide. This is how carbon monoxide can be obtained, by burning carbon dioxide in limited supply of air, by burning carbon in air, limited supply of oxygen, air, producer gas obtained. When passed through cuprous chloride, it absorbs carbon monoxide. When sent at reduced pressure, you will be getting carbon monoxide. Concentrated sulfuric acid is a best dehydrating agent. Formic acid, when it is made to react with formic acid, it takes up water from formic acid, giving carbon monoxide. And regarding its physical properties, as already mentioned when we start the class, it is a colorless, odorless, poisonous gas. Now, chemical properties. What are the chemical properties? Chemical properties, we can go one by one. Carbon monoxide, when burnt with air, it becomes carbon dioxide. So how to balance the equation? 2, 2. When carbon monoxide is made to react with oxygen, it forms carbon dioxide. Then with the chlorine, when carbon monoxide is made to react with chlorine, it forms poisonous carbonyl chloride. Carbonyl chloride, it is otherwise called as phosgene. It is used in the preparation of isocyanates. When a primary amine is made to react with carbonyl chloride, it becomes alkyl isocyanate. Then carbon monoxide acts as a reducing agent. It reduces ferric oxide into iron. During that process, carbon monoxide takes up oxygen to become carbon dioxide. So carbon monoxide takes up oxygen to become carbon dioxide. Iron is left with 3 oxygen, therefore 3 CO. You will be getting 3 CO2 ion. So the reaction shows the reducing property of carbon monoxide. All right. Then fourth reaction, synthetic gas or syngas. It is mixture of carbon monoxide and hydrogen. When it is made to react at high temperature and pressure, high temperature, high pressure, what is happening? Carbon monoxide and excess hydrogen react to form methanol. So methanol may be formed by the reaction of carbon monoxide with hydrogen, and it is known as syngas. Syngas is a mixture of carbon monoxide and hydrogen. So it produces methanol. And alcoholic beverage is ethanol, but methanol is poisonous. It affects eyesight and leading to death also. That is methanol, an alcohol, poisonous alcohol. The next reaction, oxo process of preparing aldehyde from an alkene. Oxo process. What is oxo process? When ethylene, CH2 double bond CH2, is made to react with carbon monoxide and hydrogen, what is happening? Addition across the double bond with a carbon, addition of hydrogen, remaining part with other carbon. Here one hydrogen, remaining part CHO is added here. So the double bond becomes single bond, and we get the product CH3 single bond CH2 CHO propanol. Propionaldehyde common name, propanol IUPAC name. It is ethylene or ethene. When ethylene or ethene is made to react with carbon monoxide and hydrogen, addition of CHO with one carbon, hydrogen with another carbon, we will be getting propanol. And next reaction is Fischer-Tropsch synthesis. Sixth reaction, we will go into next reaction. Sixth reaction, Fischer-Tropsch synthesis. What is it? It is the reaction by which we can prepare saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons. For example, when carbon monoxide gas, N molecules of carbon monoxide made to react with 2N plus 1 molecules of hydrogen, carbon monoxide is allowed to react with hydrogen. The reaction is not simple reaction, very high temperature and pressure is required, 500 to 700 Kelvin pressure, less than 50 atmosphere of pressure, 500 to 700 Kelvin temperature, less than 50 atmosphere pressure, in presence of a metal catalyst. It is passed over a metal, so that we get a hydrocarbon and water. What is that hydrocarbon? A saturated hydrocarbon, maybe CN, H2N plus 2, an alkane. It is the general formula for an alkane. Along with that, we get N molecules of water. When carbon monoxide is made to react with hydrogen, we get alkane and water. Whether the equation is balanced, you just imagine. Here N molecules, here 2N plus 1 hydrogen. 2N plus 1 hydrogen means, if it is multiplied, it becomes 4N plus 2 hydrogen. We got 4n plus 2 hydrogen. In the product side, we have got carbon n over hydrogen, here 2n, here 2n, so 4n plus 2 hydrogen over oxygen n, balanced equation. So when n moles of carbon monoxide is made to react with 2n plus 2 moles of hydrogen, we get alkane, saturated hydrocarbon. In Fischer-Tropsch synthesis, we may also get unsaturated hydrocarbon. By the same reaction, when carbon monoxide is meant to react with hydrogen, n moles of carbon monoxide now, instead of combining with 2n plus 1 hydrogen, just 2n hydrogen may react. So that we will be getting unsaturated hydrocarbon. This one hydrogen, H2 is less. Therefore, the 2 will be less, that's all. So same 500 to 700 Kelvin, less than 50 atmosphere in presence of a metal. What is happening? You will be getting CnH2n. It is alkane, saturated hydrocarbon, it is alkene, that's the difference. Alkane, alkene. Same n molecules of water will come out. Here also equation is balanced. How? Here we have 2NH2. Here 2n, 2n. Two NH2, 2NH2. So same 2n only we are getting. For example, if we apply say 5 moles, let me say 5 CO plus here n carbon, okay, n oxygen, okay. Here 2n into 2, 4n. So 2n. I can take an example. 5 CO plus 5 into 2, 10 H2 gives 5 plus 2 into 5, 10 plus 5 H2. If we count the number of hydrogen atoms and oxygen atoms, 5O, 5O, 5C, 5C, 20 hydrogen, 10 plus 10, 20 hydrogen. So here 2n plus 2, 4n, 2n. Therefore 4n. So by Fischer-Tropsch synthesis, we can get saturated as well as unsaturated hydrocarbons. And with most of the transition metals, carbon monoxide can form complex compounds, nickel tetracarbonyl, where the oxidation state of the transition metal is 0. Iron pentacarbonyl, here the oxidation state of iron is 0. Chromium hexacarbonyl, the oxidation state of chromium is 0. Exact IUPAC name may be tetracarbonyl nickel 0, pentacarbonyl iron 0, hexacarbonyl chromium 0. So with transition metals, they form complex compounds. So these are all with the transition metals. So these are all the chemical properties of carbon monoxide. Now we should go into the structure of carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide. Carbon in the outermost energy level has got how many electrons? 4. Out of 4, 2 electrons are utilized for the formation of bond with the neighboring oxygen. All right. 2 electrons remain as lone pair. In the case of oxygen, it has got 6 electrons in the valence shell, 2 lone pairs, 1 bond pair. So we are getting a bond C double bond O with a lone pair here, with the 2 lone pairs here. Here what we can do is, for getting stability, the electron pair may be migrated here. When the electron pair is migrated here, loss of an electron for this carbon, gain of electron for this carbon, loss of electron for oxygen, gain of electron for carbon. Therefore, it becomes positive charge, negative charge, gain of electron. Triple bond. Actually, it should have only 4 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Therefore, 1 electron extra, minus charge. But in the case of oxygen, it loses an electron pair. Around oxygen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 electrons only present. Therefore, positive charge. 5 electrons only present, it should have 6 electrons. On the other hand, if you go in the reverse manner, if this electron pair is migrated here, what is happening? This carbon is getting positive charge because of a loss of electron, a triple bond, oxygen. Around oxygen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Instead of 6, it has got 7 electrons, therefore negative charge. So positive negative interchange. These are the resonance structures. When we start from here, I can show like this, the electron pair. The bond may be shifted here. It is because of bond shift, it becomes, the charge is nullified, it has got its lone pair of electron. In the next step, the bond may be migrated here. The next step, the bond may be migrated again here. So it is because one electron is moving here, its negative charge is nullified, and since it has got 2 electrons, electron pair, positive charge is nullified. This is how it goes. This is the resonance structures of carbon monoxide. Now, uses of carbon monoxide. It is used in the production of water gas. Carbon monoxide and hydrogen is water gas. Producer gas, carbon monoxide and nitrogen. So both of them have got industrial application. It is used as a reducing agent, as we have seen the chemical property. It reduces ferric oxide into iron, therefore it is used as a reducing agent. It is an important ligand in coordination compounds, as we have seen nickel tetracarbonyl, iron pentacarbonyl, chromium hexacarbonyl. In those compounds, carbon monoxide acts as a ligand, and we call those carbon monoxide ligands as carbonyl. So these are all the applications of carbon monoxide. Thank you.